Bum ba ba bum, bum ba bum 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 ba ba bum, bum ba bum, ba 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 bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba dum 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 bum ba ba dum. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday night weekly sacred pipe ceremony. I had been gone for a while, took a break from that. I just started again last week. And I'm sorry if I keep turning away from the camera. I have my little setup right here where I've been doing my pipe ceremony for myself every night, seeing as it's been too cold or rainy or whatever to go down to the river recently, so I need to just kind of pull everything over, so that's what I'm doing. Bum, 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 bum. So hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. After I took a break for it was like a couple of months, I guess. And as crazy as the world was before I took the break, the world got even crazier when I stopped. So I thought, hey, you know what? I better start doing pipe ceremony again for my community, because the whole point of my doing this is to support my community, to give you at least one night, 1 hour a week where you can just come sit in safe and sacred space and let go of the world, reconnect to spirit. Right, in a minute I'm going to actually set our sacred space with my drum and everything. And when I do that, what I basically do is I'm calling in the elements and the elements and our spirits. You'll hear me call in the spirits of the upper world and the spirits of the lower world and the compassionate spirits of the middle world. I have everything. And so I'm calling in all the spirits, all the compassionate. When I call in the middle world spirits, I purposely call in the compassionate spirits, because the middle world is where we are. And so intention is everything. So we set that intention, purposely calling in the compassionate spirits, only those who are compassionate, who are in alignment with our own intentions, those who support us. And so it's not just willy-nilly or anyone, all takers, whatever. It is just those spirits. And so by calling them in and asking them to hold that space for us, kind of like I've got on my altar here, I've got this circle of, I kind of think of them as the elders, and that's us in the middle, and they surround us and hold that space for us. And because they are higher vibration, that keeps anything of a lower vibration from coming in. So in practical terms, what that means is that When we call in sacred space, that means that we are surrounded in higher vibrational light and love, that we are protected, we are safe, and so we can take off our armor, we can put down our shields, we can open up and connect to spirit, right? That's part of what, in shamanism, we see the universe as like the world tree, right? I call in the upper world, the spirits of the upper world, the spirits of the lower world, and the compassionate spirits of the middle world. I just explained the middle world, but the upper world is the branches of the tree, the middle of the world is the trunk where we live, and the lower world is the roots. And both of those, the upper and the lower worlds, are transcendent realms. The spirits that we meet there are automatically of a higher vibration. They have to be in order to be in those two places. And so when we're setting that sacred space, not only are we surrounding ourselves in light, we're setting a portal between those two transcendent realms, opening up the doorway for the light and love and energy of those two transcendent realms to come to us as well. And so we can open our crown, we can open our root, we can kind of become that I always think of it like when in shamanism we talk about becoming the hollow bone, where we get out of the way, we get our own, we work on our own issues to get them out of the way so that we can be more of a pure channel for spirit to come through, to become the hands and the eyes and the voice of spirit, right? To do healing, to help. And in one of my classes, in my training as a shaman, we actually did a journey to see what does that actually mean to be the hollow bone. And before that, I always thought like, well, it's like I got to empty myself out. It's almost like sacrificing, like giving up something so that I can let something else in. But the image that my guides gave me was actually of a bead, that becoming the hollow bone. It's not like giving up anything. It's about, a bead is whole, and it still has a hole, right? And so if you think yourself as that bead between the string from the upper world and the string from the lower world, we're like this bead suspended between the two. And we bring that energy into this world. If that makes sense. If not, that's just that friendly neighborhood shaman babbling again. But anyway, if you are new here, I am Patrick. I am your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I don't see anybody actually watching it right now live, so I might just be talking to myself. So, hey, that's all good too. So what we're here to do tonight is the Sacred Pipe Ceremony. You might know it as the Peace Pipe. And especially with everything going on in the world, in the United States, all the conflict and everything, the peace pipe, quote unquote, that's kind of a Hollywood name for it, but it's not that far off. In that the pipe is the central purpose of the pipe, function of the pipe is to create unity, to bring things together, just like we join the bowl and the stem, the divine masculine and the divine feminine into one. And as we smoke the pipe together, especially if we were like in person, right, and you're smoking together, we basically call in our prayers, we take a puff of the smoke and we blow it out. We blow our prayers out, and the smoke carries them to Great Spirit. And when you're smoking together, you're basically breathing each other's prayers. You become each other's prayers. You become the prayers that you are praying. And when I set sacred space, like I mentioned earlier, when I drum in and do that in a moment, that moves us into this time and space, between time and space, and basically creates, like if you are watching this, and after I set the sacred space, then we are basically in the same space. But what I was getting at was when you pray, when you smoke together, you're breathing each other's prayers, you're becoming the prayers. It's unity, it's coming together, and it's not necessarily separate things joining together. It's the awareness that everything is already connected, right? It's the web of life, where everything is, it's not codependent, it's not dependent on each other, it's interdependent, where everything in the universe being connected, every part of the universe depends on the highest and best well-being of every other portion of the universe. So as we smoke, as we align to spirit, stepping out of the world, taking the world up our shoulders, taking a break from our worries and fears and guilt and shame and whatever else. Just sit with ourselves and sit with our medicine, our energy, and our alignment with who we really are. It's about remembering. It's awareness of what is. Not kind of like Western ideas of, oh, there's this secret on top of the mountain and I must climb that mountain to acquire that information or that holy grail that is going to make me whole. It's remembering who you already are. And the more you do that for yourself, the more you benefit the entire world. So that's why I do this ceremony. That's why I share this ceremony, especially on online. And that it's not traditional, and I do get flack from it occasionally because it's not it's not traditional to share things through technology, sacred ceremonies. But in this space and time, in this world, in this place in history where we are, I don't know if he's technically one of my spirit guides, but one of the spirits who kind of checks in on me regularly, off and on, is Black Elk. If you've ever read Black Elk Speaks, he was one of the best known medicine men of the Lakota. And in fact, he was there at Little Bighorn. And he actually, he wrote a book, Black Elk Speaks. He narrated it, and someone else translated it into English for him. And he was a pipe carrier, and so I that was, when I read his book back in college, it was a turning point for me. It really opened up a lot of things. And then when I became a pipe carrier, it's been almost a decade now. I kind of refer to him, I will go back and reread Black Elk Speaks, or he actually has a book about the sacred pipe. And so as a shaman, and I do my journeying to the spirits, he pops in every once in a while. And one time when he did, I took the opportunity to ask him if this was okay for me to be doing these videos. And his word, normally I don't remember exact words when I'm quoting someone, But his exact words were to have the means to share something so sacred with so many people, and to not use it would be a tragedy. It would be tragic. So that's why I do what I do. And I'm just kind of rambling, but I kind of like, after taking a break, I wanted to kind of reintroduce myself to everyone. And yeah, so let me, before I go any further, let me do some drumming. Drum in those spirits, like I said. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, and the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Only love is invited. Only love gets in. Oh. All right. I'm still not seeing anybody. The little number isn't popping up. So I don't know if anyone's actually watching this or not. Not that I need a lot of followers or need a lot of people watching. I'm just kind of questioning whether I'm live. Well, it does say I'm live. So right there it says I'm live. Okay, so welcome again. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we're going to do sacred pipe ceremony. So again, this is the sacred pipe. This is a sacred pipe. I was at a pipe ceremony and I said that, like, this is the sacred pipe. And one woman's eyes got really, really big. I'm like, no, not the pipe. This is a sacred pipe. This is the pipe that has volunteered to work with me. I'll put it that way. And so the 19 generations ago, the original sacred pipe came to the Lakota people from a spirit woman they call White Buffalo Calf Woman. White Buffalo Calf Woman. And I won't go in. I told the story last week, so if you want to look on my website or look on my Facebook page from last week, I tell the whole story of White Buffalo Calf Woman. But anyway, she brought the pipe to the people. And just like today, it was a time of conflict. It was a time of drought, a time of hunger. And it was a time when they said the people had forgotten their connection to Mother Earth. And so game was scarce, water was scarce. And the tribe all the different bands and everything came together to support each other, but at the same time, there was a lot of bickering and stuff. And so that was the context of the time when White Buffalo Calf Woman brought the pipe to help. Well, you'll hear in a prayer later, like she brought the law of good relations to the people as a way to bring people together, to unify people together, which is what we need right now, right? So that's why it is still important to do these ceremonies. And like she told them, and I said earlier, the stem is the divine masculine, the bowl is the divine feminine. And so when we put them together, it is all the creation. It's like the yin yang. It's like holding the cosmos in our hands. and then until we take it apart is like one giant prayer. What else did I want to say? I guess that's all I need to say right now about the pipe itself. If you are curious and you want to learn more, you can visit my YouTube channel, which I will be uploading this to after we're done here. And I have over 6 years worth of ceremonies. I talk about all kinds of different things about the pipe and such, and I've got readings and songs and different things on there. But that's basically the point, is smoke. It's like when I'm going down to the river, to my spot where I smoke, do my ceremony all the time, it's like there's a pair of eagles that live close by, and a lot of times they'll come over and sit in the tree right across the river. In fact, when we get a little further into the spring and it starts getting lighter out later, you might be able to see them, because I'll do these live from the river. But so whenever I'm heading down in my car down to the river, I'm always like, Grandfather Eagle, come smoke with me. Invite the spirits to come smoke with us, because it is like we learned in the pandemic. It's about the breath. The breath is our most intimate element, right? Your breath is the first element that greets you when you are born, and it's the last element we release when we die, when we take our last breath, right? And as we saw in the pandemic, our breath is what connects us. And I just saw some clips from a show on a different network that I don't have, so I haven't seen the actual movie, but it was this music teacher, and she was doing this meditation with her students, and she was saying how that the space between us doesn't separate us. The space between us is what connects us. And so I love that. But anyway, so that breath is what? It's recognizing our connection, our interdependence. We are independent and sovereign beings on our own, but our well-being is interdependent with the well-being of everybody else. So it's actually our duty and our responsibility to see to our highest and best well-being, for the good of all. Anyway, I am just like blah, blah, blah. It's been if you've watched last week's video or my Monday night video, it's been a really weird week. I've been in a really weird space. And I think it's mostly to do with the full moon. But anyway, so I'm going to be all over the place. That's just the way I do it. Thank you for your perseverance and your understanding. So that's basically the pipe in a nutshell, and why we do pipe ceremony. To give you an idea of what the ceremony itself is going to look like, the first thing I'm going to do is, since we've already set sacred space, I'm going to light some sage, and I'm going to smudge myself. I'm going to send some smudge your way. I'm going to smudge everything on my altar in front of me, including the pipe. And then I'm going to raise my pipe, ask permission to smoke in this place at this time, and guessing that the answer will be yes. It isn't always, but guessing that the answer will be yes, that's when I will put the pipe together. And then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco, and I will fill the bowl. Oh, my phone I bumped the phone. Ask permission to smoke, put it together, and then fill the bowl with 4 pinches of tobacco. And that part I do out loud, so you'll be able to hear what I'm doing and what's going on in that part. Phone is being wonky. Then, when the pipe is filled, I have a song that I sing that White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I mentioned earlier, is one of my main spirit guides. And she taught me a song. And so when the pipe is filled, I will sing that song. And then that's the point where I would light the pipe normally, but because we are in my apartment, where smoking is, termination offense. I don't know how else to say that. I could get kicked out of my apartment for smoking in my apartment, so I don't light the pipe here. But yeah. I'll probably be just a little picky. I don't think anyone's watching anyway, so oh well. So, when I'm here, I don't smoke the pipe. But even if I'm not smoking it, the tobacco is in the pipe. I still take breaths off of the pipe as if I were smoking it, and I blow that breath out. And like I said earlier, intention is everything. And so that medicine is just as powerful. And because it is a little more like dramatic or satisfying, or I don't know what the right word is, when there's actual smoke, right? And so to compensate for not being able to smoke, I use bubbles. When I go on, there's a vision quest I go on every, sometimes it's an annual vision quest, and it's usually during fire season. So even though I bring my pipe along, I can't light my pipe, and so that's why I bring my bubbles along. So I'll take a big drag off of my pipe, and then I will blow it out through the bubbles so that the bubbles carry the prayers rather than the smoke. And so when I light the pipe, when I quote unquote light the pipe, then I'll take a big drag, and then I will point my pipe into the various directions, and I will blow prayer bubbles to each of those directions. And that part I do in silence. So that's what I'm doing when you see me like take a puff and then point my pipe and blow bubbles in that direction. That's what I'm doing. So I do the 4 directions: Father Sky, Mother Earth. I do a circle for all our relations, and then straight up for Creator. And then I will pause for a moment with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart for a silent prayer. Then I will come back and take another big puff, and then I will blow that puff out straight at my phone. And that is blessings coming to you. That is where you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, or set your biggest, bestest intentions. And then I will continue to take puffs and blow bubbles for different intentions of my own, intentions people have asked me to pray for. And on that note, if you ever need prayers, if you ever need prayer support, I have a booklet that I keep in my pouch with my tobacco, so it stays right here with my pipe on my altar. I write down prayer intentions that people give me, and then so I'm constant, like every time I do ceremony, which is almost daily, I blow smoke for those intentions to be carried to spirit. Um, and then at some point, when it feels complete, I will lift my pipe again. I will say another prayer. And the prayer that I do, it's really interesting how my ceremonies evolve, because it used to be I'd say a prayer in English, and and then it just evolved into a light language. So that prayer at the end of the ceremony that I do, you won't understand it, and it's not important to understand it mentally. It's not important to understand the words or anything like that. It's more about the feeling. It's the energy coming through the words. That's the important part. So just when you get to that part, just listen and feel the vibrations of those words coming through. And then when I'm done with that prayer, I have another song that I sing, and then I will take the pipe apart, and that will be the end of our ceremony. And then depending on what time it is, I might have some other things to say. But stick around, and thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and let's do our ceremony. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. The hope. Grandmother, grandfather eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Majikiwas, and Wabus, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. Hatamaha he no mohoho da bakahe. Tanahahangan mo dai. Tukama lala kahe ho. Pamakatai. Nanahi no ho. Tahe he na makao patapai. Nangarahahe shukupoa. Tana hegarahe. Tamaha ko ho rapapa. Tana he no ho. Kahe na ha la hu rapakarahe. Tashapaho rapa. Namakaha hea hu marabalakade. Tanahe taku hu namakabaho. Tahaha katabai. Tamaho. Takatahe. Takahe. Aho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi. Ihi. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi la ihi ho. Ihi. Oofda. Like I said, it's just as powerful without the smoke. I'm still like, so I hope that was good for you. I hope that, if nothing else, just kind of lightened your load a bit, made you remember your heart momentarily. Tobacco is still in the bowl, and so what I'm going to do is take a little bit of sage and kind of make a little plug to kind of protect, keep the medicine, keep the prayers inside. And then the next time I go to the river, I will light and I will smoke these prayers. So everything you did tonight is kind of a twofer, because the prayers still went out tonight, and we will do them again probably tomorrow. If I can get to the river tomorrow and actually light the pipe and smoke our prayers. So everything you did tonight is getting double, 2 times, double your trouble, double your fun, whatever. So yeah, so there was one thing there was something I was going to do tonight, and I might just make a whole separate video on my YouTube channel. But I like to try to keep these with, like, I always kind of allocate an hour, and I know people's attention spans are not what they used to be, so I try to not go over that hour. But if I had time, I was thinking about doing a guided meditation, but I don't know that I have the time for it now. I talked too much at the beginning. So I might do a video. Actually, if I can get to the river tomorrow and do pipe ceremony tomorrow, light my pipe at the river, I might do the video from the river. So keep watching if you follow my Facebook page, keep watching my Facebook page. I'll post it there. I'll also put it on my YouTube channel, my Perching Wolf YouTube channel, where I will upload this when we're done here. But that not to keep you in suspense, but the guided meditation that I've been feeling guided to do was about, in this time of turmoil, it's important to connect to our ancestors, right? And that's a lot of times we go to our ancestors for help. We go to our ancestors for wisdom, which we should, and especially with what's going on in the States. It's like in the meditation, I want to connect to the founding fathers, our ancestors of the country, right? Who set the wheels in motion, who set the intentions of the Constitution, who all these things, and to connect with them and invite them to arise within us for inspiration, for resisting, for standing up for what is right. But that's only half the picture, right? And a lot of people don't, and this is something I learned through training with Sandra Ingerman, is it's also important to journey and connect with our descendants, right? Kind of like I was talking about being the hollow bone, right? That bead suspended between the upper world and the lower world. We're grounding in the past with our ancestors, but we also have to look to the future as well. We're that bead that is suspended between the past and the future. And so we get our connection and our roots and our wisdom from the past, and then we look to the future for inspiration, for direction, and to connect to our descendants, whether you are a parent and will have physical blood descendants, or even if you're not, your descendants are the descendants, the next generations coming up, right? And so we can connect to those generations, the ones that are living beyond our current crises, and ask them for wisdom, ask them to reach back through time to give us their hand to draw us forward into their reality where they've figured it out, so that we can be present in our moment here with the assurance that that is the future we're heading for, and know that everything that occurs to us in the meantime is inspired action from the future, so that we can, it's just like law of attraction and manifesting what we want, what we desire. We desire a better world. We desire a world of love and respect where everybody is valued, right? And so we set our intentions on that future, and then we help manifest. And just imagine if we were all doing that, how much smoother it would go, how much easier the walls would come down and things would open up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Yeah, so I'm gonna plan on doing that. So watch the next few days. Watch my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do that guided meditation the next few days probably. But until then, since I don't have time tonight, I hope you enjoyed this. Keep the hope alive. Like I said earlier, like I saw in that commercial for this movie on the Angel Network, I think it was, with this music teacher, and she had all her students, the kids, laying on the floor, kind of head in the center, so it was like laying here to here to here to here with their heads all in a row. And she was doing this meditation with them about connection, and the thing that really struck me was she said the space between us is what connects us. It doesn't separate us, it's what connects us. And so let's fill that space with love. Let's fill that space with light. Let's be aware of that we don't just end where our skin stops, right? We are emitting, we are stars, right? We are living, breathing starlight. And everything we do emits frequency, emits vibrations outward. And so everything we do affects and touches everyone around us. So fill that space with light, with love, with beauty. There's enough ugliness in the world. There's enough hate in the world. Don't take that in. Breathe love. Breathe light. Breathe beauty, right? Just like the song I sang earlier about walking in beauty. That's a Native American phrase. I don't know what tribe it originates with. But it's about how everything you do and everything you say sows seeds of either beauty or ugliness, love or hate. And like I said, there's enough hate, there's enough ugliness, there's enough horribleness in the world. Let's bring more love and light and beauty into it. So I think that is where we will end things to this evening. So thank you. I will release our sacred space. Please check out my YouTube channel. I've been doing the pipe ceremonies. I decided to start doing back on Facebook Live again because it feels like a more intimate thing, and to let it grow on its own, to be more organic. So please share the video. If you know someone that might enjoy it, or even if you don't, just share it. You can put it on your Facebook page or your Instagram or whatever works. Share it out. That's kind of the point. But I like the smaller, more intimate feeling of Facebook for doing this kind of a ceremony. I still do Monday nights. If you're interested, I still do Monday night mini medicine card readings, where the first 5 people to come on the video and say yes in the comments get a 1-card medicine card reading. And then I take all those 5 cards and I do a community spread, a reading for the community. And that's Monday nights at 6 o'clock, and that is on my YouTube channel. So check out my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like my videos. That helps me out. It helps others find me, I guess. So trying to expand my voice. So you can help me out by sharing and by subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. And if you enjoy my work, you get something from my work, you wish to reciprocate in a way, or just you wish to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, I have kind of a tip jar here. I've got my PayPal and my Venmo links in the comments, and anything you wish to give me. This is what I do for a living. This is my day job. Isn't that awesome? I love my job. But anything you wish to give me supports me in my own personal work, in my lessons, so I can focus on my spiritual growth, not have to worry about groceries and rent and keeping my kitty cat fed. And I can focus on learning more, expanding my own experiences so that I have more resources and wealth of information and energy to give to you. That's my job. So thank you for that. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but... Oh, and if you would like to work with me personally, one-on-one, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and you can learn more about me. You can see the various shamanic services that I offer, readings and healings and teachings, oh my! And you can sign up for a reading or a healing. I do all kinds of shamanic healing, most notably soul retrieval, where I actually have, I have a spirit guide that helps me go and find parts of a parent's soul that may have fragmented off because of trauma. Like if you ever find yourself saying, wow, I have never been the same since ... In shamanism, we call that soul loss, and it's like a part of your soul breaks off to preserve itself. It's a natural self-defense mechanism. And in a perfect world, those parts find their way back. But in our current world, where we are traumatized and re-traumatized on a daily basis, a lot of times those parts can't find their own way back. And so with the help of my spirit guides, I can go out, find those parts, and reunite them with you to make you feel more whole. And then teaching, I'm going to have, starting in March, I don't have the dates yet, but starting in March, I'm committing to March, I am going to be starting some classes again. For a long time, I'd been doing a year-round monthly shamanic course, and it kind of petered out after the last couple of times, and so I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do 6-month, do it in a couple of 6-month partitions so that it's easier for people to commit. That'll be starting in March. I'm going to be doing some more introduction to shamanic journeying classes, and I also do one-on-one mentoring. If you are looking for a spiritual teacher, especially shamanic teacher, and you enjoy me, we can meet, we can talk, we can see if we fit together, and it would be my biggest honor to be your teacher, to help you personally find your heart path, whatever it is, whether it's shamanism or anything else. I bring, my lifetime of spiritual experiences and journeys and all of that to help you find your own path. So if you're interested in that, you can connect with me right from my website. You can either just send me a message through my website, or you can actually sign up for a session with me. And yeah, so I guess that is it. So let me, where'd my drumstick go? Let me release our sacred space now. And when I release our sacred space, just keep in mind that we're not going from this sacred space is not a vacation. It's not stepping away from the real world and now we're going to go back to the real world. This sacred space is the real world. Hi, Valerie, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm glad to see you. This is the real world. And so the whole point of doing ceremonies like this or doing meditation is to connect with that light and that spirit, and then to carry that into the quote-unquote real world. So, and that's why at the end I always say, go shining. That is what I mean exactly. So let's release that sacred space. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Wow. All right, my friends, thank you again for joining me. Again, Monday night is my other video on my YouTube channel for medicine card readings. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next Wednesday night, same bat time, same bat channel. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Go shining. All right, bye now.